Yeah, all right. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode number 1177. Yes, that's right, episode number 1177 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose Live Edition, live today from Red Morton Park because time is of the essence. Hey, love, says my lady. She's first, respectfully, maturely, and professionally is in the house. Love you, babe, as always. I will love you so for always. Yeah, Atlantic Star, right? Anyway, those songs had so much more meaning back in the days. Anyway, today is day 9 of the GNA Positivity Challenge, and today I'm going to be apologizing to the gig economy community. I've done that before, so what makes this different? This is going to be different. This is going to be different. If you're here because you saw in the title that I mentioned I'm going to be apologizing to the gig economy, even though I've done that in the past and it really didn't get anywhere, I think right now is the time where we're going to get somewhere. And I will explain to you why. I will explain to you why. Because I have seen some breakthroughs lately. I have seen some breakthroughs lately throughout the communities that, whether I like it or not, I'm involved with on YouTube. Some of the communities, many of them, I'm happy to be involved with. Others continue to break my door down and enter my community without without my permission or without asking or being polite or whatever. They just barge in, right? But I've seen a lot of breakthroughs. And I was just thinking about this today. Before Don and I recorded episode number 34 of the Don and Eli Take on the World podcast, we just finished recording episode number 34 of the Don and Eli Take on the World podcast just a little over an hour ago. I made a quick turnaround, and here we are, 5 minutes before sunset on the walk. But before we get to that, let me address some other things here, because we're all about positivity. We're all about, bringing forth peace into this world, because like we've always mentioned here at the GNA, short for Genuine Networking Association, what you put out, you get back. What you put out, you get back, right? And a lot of the communities that I'm involved with are beginning to really see the truth of many matters. Previously, many of the people believed otherwise, such as all the nasty and defamatory things people have said about on this platform, particularly a few people that I'll mention here today. I'm not going to mention them by name, but in a roundabout way, because it's part of the story, right? A lot of the people that used to believe what those people put out about me no longer believe it, because they're seeing who I really am. They've allowed me to share more about me and to get to know me better. They've allowed themselves to get to know me better. And I'm glad I've had the opportunity to get to know them better. And when this happens, technically, it's considered a breakthrough. And it is. It's a breakthrough. And I'm all about breakthroughs. I'm all about resolving issues and moving forward to bigger and better things, or towards bigger and better things, like, right? So before I get to the gig economy stuff, I want to mention a few things here, because it's just really petty and dumb at this point. Okay. And I'm entitled to my opinions. I'm entitled to my opinions. I don't defame anyone. I just share my opinions about things that I'm seeing, especially if they're about me or if they're about me in the roundabout way, which they are about me, right? Okay? I, so everyone knows I'm in a major circuit civil court case with a creator out here on YouTube that has slandered me, defamed me, harassed me, violated my right of publicity, violated my copyright, etc. I mean, he's massively exploited me, right? If you haven't been around, that's just a little bit of the backstory, right? I will just briefly say about this person, right? To this day, even though we're in a circuit civil case, and he's filed a motion to dismiss / anti-slap. I filed the case almost 4 months ago or so. He filed a motion to dismiss anti-slap. Our hearing is January 9th, 2026, and I believe there are 78 filings in this court case already. It's just ridiculous, right? Mine are proper. In my opinion, his are piecemeal, reactionary filings, right? I have the right to my opinion. I'm not defaming him. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just updating the people that I care for and hopefully care for me, or I feel care for me out here, right? But this person continues to this day to follow me around YouTube wherever I go, and even if I don't post or share the link of a live stream I may appear on their panel, he makes community postings. In this case, without mentioning my name, but I'm sure he was talking about me. My opinion is he was talking about me, right? And that's how it's been with this person for the last 6+ years. I haven't been able to go anywhere on YouTube without him following me around. And in my opinion, I consider that stalking, right? But it's YouTube, so I mean that's hard to prove. So I'm not looking to go after him for stalking, but that is a form of stalking in my opinion, right? He follows me around because he's hung on every word I say, right? And he's hung on that because he's still trying to feed his audience postings that he hopes gets a large return of comments, right? He's testing the water to see, in my opinion, if his audience is still engaged with what he used to call the Eli drama, right? And look what's happening. It's the same few people responding. One, he makes the posting. Two, and this is just my opinion, it's a guess. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I'm guessing that he has a couple of sock accounts that typically comment right afterwards. Like one is like a walking with no purpose, and the other one's called like Out of Time, like Back to the Future. And he's referred to Back to the Future and walking with no purpose in the past. So, I mean, I don't have proof that that's him, but I mean, who else would it be? Who else cares enough to respond to stuff like this right now, especially when the stuff he's posting is just reactionary due to him being the defendant in this lawsuit with me for violating me massively over the last several years and now having to face the reality of responsibility for it, right? So the engagement of his postings has tremendously dropped. He's still testing it. He's looking to see, this is my opinion, he's looking to see who's still interested. Oops, I almost tripped over that. Who's still interested in the Eli stuff? Well, it's the same thing. It's been repetitive. It's been played out. The case is in a standstill waiting for January 9th, right? There's nothing new about it, right? and he can't manufacture any new drama over it because it's in a standstill, right? Hey, ODN, how you doing? But he follows me around everywhere I go. I went out to the Gabriela Louise Martinez channel, also known as GLM. She's known as God Loves Me, but she changed her name to Gabriela Louise Martinez. I don't know. Maybe she's thinking that, YouTube now has GLM or God Loves Me as, a naughty word or a channel that's been shut down before. I don't know. But anyway, so I went out to the Gabriela Louise Martinez channel, also known as GLM, again this morning for like an hour or so. Had another great conversation. And then this guy posts. I'm not going to get into what he posted. It's just ridiculous. Hey, Tia, how you doing, right? And really has not been getting the traction and the responses that he wants. Okay. So that's that. Now, another person that he's closely connected to behind the scenes and works in concert with, right? Also known as a known associate, someone that shares his content and sometimes he shares her content, right? This other woman, I've dealt with this other woman many, many times over the years. She tried to steal my business years ago. She took me to court over that. We settled for that on that case. Then she tried to get a stalking order on me and failed to appear at the hearing, right? And then tried to help two other people get a stalking order on me in her state of Florida, right? What the hell is going on over here? I don't even see it, but it sounds like a big fiesta. How are you, Eli? I'm doing quite well. How about yourself, Tia? Welcome to the show. It's great to see you here. So, I've had my dealings with this lady for the last couple of years. I never instigated anything with her. She was made aware of me by some other people, and basically people started paying her to make content on me, so she kept doing it, right? Now, fast forward to 2025, a couple years later, in this lawsuit with this first person that I was talking about, didn't mention his name, she's been mentioned as a known associate, person acting in concert, as supporting evidence. She's not been sued. She's not a party to the case. But there's a lot of evidence of her amplifying the defendant's message, right? And then, because of that, she felt she had automatic rights to the case, which she doesn't. She needs to file a motion, she needs to file leave of court, a motion to intervene. And she won't do that. Because once she does that, if the judge approves that, then she opens herself up to discovery and other things, right? Even if she's granted like limited rights in the case, right? It's going to open her up to discovery and other things, right? She doesn't want that. But she tried to file all these motions and tried to file a hearing in my case with the other defendant, and she's not a party to the case. This is what this person does. She constantly weaponizes and abuses, in my opinion, abuses the court system, the government system, right? This is what she does. And if you want to sue me for that, let's go. You go ahead and file your case. You pay the fee. And you have to file here in San Mateo County. And you file it in a full-blown civil case, not a not a small claims case like you did with GLM, that's going to be thrown out because it lacks jurisdiction, and there's no jurisdiction on GLM. And the fact that GLM filed a report on something regarding you is their legal right to do so. So that's not going to fly with the judge. That you're going to try to say, well, there's jurisdiction of her here in my home state because she harmed me here. No, she didn't harm you. She just reported you to an agency in the same ways that you just claimed on your community wall that you reported me to the district attorney here in San Mateo County regarding the stream I did the other day about where I was sharing information about a publicly available case. And I was sharing, hey, this is what the procedure is. This is what the law states. I don't have to be an attorney to give somebody information. I'm not representing them. I'm not acting as their attorney, right? All I'm doing is, hey, I saw this. I care about you. I understand the situation. Here's some information for you. And that's protected as my First Amendment speech. But she wants to say that GLM cannot file a grievance on her regarding a business she runs, right? A licensed business she runs, right? But she posts and says, I just filed with the DA in San Mateo County where you live. She didn't mention my name, but hey, I live in San Mateo County. I live in Redwood City. My name's Elias Melas. You might as well put my name out there. I'm a public figure. I don't care. The thing is, it's hogwash nonsense. And number one, I doubt she did it. She does it because she wants attention, just like the other guy. She's trying to see who's still engaged in the Eli drama, right? And what are the responses in the comments section of the community post? One or two people, same thing. No new growth. The outrage is dead. The outrage is gone, right? And here's the thing. Even if you did file and send the video to the San Mateo County DA, number one, they're going to laugh at you. Number two, I hope they enjoy my stream. And if that does happen, I'm going to make it very, very clear here. If that does happen, and I do get contacted by them, nothing's going to happen because I did nothing wrong. But if they do contact me over that, and that did actually happen, and there's proof, then there will be repercussions. You can count on that. Right? I got people going both ways, so I got to wait for people to pass. Of course I can file a grievance. She literally has been saying she's contacting my job and telling others to contact my... Yeah, I believe it. That's what these people do, right? So here's the thing. I don't care about a dumb post of somebody threatening to send a link of my stream from the other day for sharing my thoughts about a court case that's publicly viewable, right? Perfectly normal and legal to share information with people and give them your thoughts and opinions. Protected speech, right? First Amendment, right? But it's okay for her to basically say that, yeah, I'm filing this with the DA. I'm filing this with the DA and blah, 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 whatever, right? She is all about content, right? And you know what? Her content of outrage, along with the guy that I'm suing in court, their outrageous cycle is done. Nobody cares about watching them anymore, right? because they keep repeating the same stuff over and over again. And me standing up for myself and sharing with you folks how hypocritical and stupid this looks, even their own audience knows it's stupid, right? They're tired of it. By the way, babe, that's Crepelicious back there. They're back. That's the first time I've seen him in a while, but Crepelicious is back, babe. You see that? See the pink truck back there? Right? So listen, you want to continue to try to fuel the outrage and try to get reactions from your audience that you're not getting. Both of you are not getting the outrage, because even your own people know you're ridiculous. Now, even your own people know you've played the same thing out. There's nothing new. It's like watching a rerun over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? Yay, hopefully they will be there Tuesday. Oh yeah, we can go and get some Crepelicious. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to try that. A friend giving me advice is not something the DA cares about. Yeah, no, she's trying to say you're acting as GLM's attorney and you did something illegal. No. I went and I got the PDFs from the publicly available website. I ran them through ChatGPT. And I already knew the answer because I've been in many court cases because of you knuckleheads on YouTube, and I've learned how it works. And I have the right to share my information with her. She's not paying me for it. She didn't ask me for it. I just offered it to her because I care about people. I have the right to share information just like you do, right? And she already knows that, and she probably didn't even file with the DA. And then next thing you know, she'll pretend to do this like screenshot of, here it is, I filed with the DA, here's the DA's email, here's the timestamp. I don't care. You wanna fudge, fabricate sending something to the DA? If you really want to send something to the DA, go right ahead. I don't care. You're just showing how, in my opinion, how desperate you are to keep the outrage going. And I'm out here preaching positivity, trying to stop the outrage and showing everyone how stupid this is and how it looks, right? And hey, sure, I could ignore it, but ignoring it's not going to change it with you folks. You folks keep going until you're called out, and then everyone realizes, oh, okay, this is the same old shit, and then they just walk away, right? The audience keeps walking away when you keep feeding them the same dumb stuff, right? Over and over and over again, right? How many times has this woman threatened to contact the DA, contact the Secretary of State's office? Give me a second. Boy, that was really loud. Oh man, I had to mute for a second. That was just really, really, really loud. It's all good, right? Doesn't matter who she sends anything to. Like, there's nothing to send. It's all for content. It's all for outrage. It's all to get a reaction from the people that don't like me. And again, most of those people, where have they been? Nowhere to be found. You know why they're nowhere to be found? Because this lawsuit I have on the defendant that's friends with this woman, and they work in concert together. They collaborate together. They're known associates, right? Right? Their audience is probably afraid of the fact that, oh, this is real. And if we stick around and endorse this, and this case proceeds past the motion to dismiss anti-SLAPP, Eli could potentially request for subpoenas to find out who we are so he can subpoena us. Absolutely. That is the absolute truth. Even the more you people like the Mr. Cause and all that, all those people, right? Let me tell you something. If you continue to support this, then through discovery, I can subpoena YouTube, I can request the court to find out your identification so I can serve you and have you show up to court to answer to, what you're supporting the defendant on, right? And that goes for anyone. And here's the thing: I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just sharing the truth. The bottom line is, people are beginning to really, really realize that this is a real case, and I'm taking it seriously, right? And all I've ever wanted was for this stuff to stop, right? But these people, they don't stop because this is their identity. This is what defines them, right? They need the validation of their audience, right? So that's all I'm going to say here, okay? You go and post whatever you want to post. You contact the DA, the CIA, the FBI, the Men in Black for all I care, the MIB. I've said it before. You can contact every agency that you want and send them my video and tell them that you're telling them I'm trying to act like an attorney. I'm not acting like anyone's attorney, but see, that's all you got because if you don't accuse me of something that's a false statement of fact, your audience doesn't buy it. And quite frankly, they're not buying it anymore. They're not even commenting on your stuff. You're not getting the traction anymore. And you know part of the reason why? Because your boy that I'm suing is not getting the traction. So, and you stem off of him. Right? How about you move on to bigger and better things and stop weaponizing the court system, in my opinion. Stop weaponizing other innocent people for your content. Just move on and do something more productive and do something more professional and more positive. They don't have any entertaining content, bro. They need you. They leech off of you. Well, the more they do it, the more they're going to be held accountable, ODN. That's all I'm going to say. They're all going to be held accountable. Right? There's already more than enough evidence of this woman and the man that I'm suing working in concert, working together. There's already more than enough evidence, and they've even done it themselves with both of them filing in the case a little over a month or so ago, maybe almost 2 months ago, when she tried to file like 5 filings as a non-party without getting approval from the court, without getting leave of court, motion to intervene. Around the same time the defendant was posting stuff, they were trying to overwhelm me on purpose with all these filings at once. But guess what? I kept up. I responded to all of them, and they're all on the docket professionally written. You don't think the court's going to see all that? You don't think, like you folks, you keep on getting triggered because I'm a good, decent, down-to-earth person trying to do the right thing and move on. And all you folks want to do is continue to defame me for content to your audience and then threaten me by saying, oh, I'm going to send your stream to the DA. Okay. Hey, you know what? If you want to send my stream to the DA, there's no need for you to post about it. You post about it because that's your content, right? You accuse me publicly as acting as you accuse me of acting as her attorney. That's defamatory, right? So I'll tell you what. Go ahead and file your lawsuit here in San Mateo County. Make it a civil unlimited case. Pay the $400. And then we can handle it in court. Or just do the right thing. Move on. Move on. This is over and done with. It's over and done with. You can talk about me all you want, but if you defame my character, I will protect myself, publicly and through the court. If you continue defaming me and saying that I'm acting as my own attorney, no, sorry, I'm already doing that. You're accusing me of acting as GLM's attorney. I got the screenshots. You accuse me of that. That's defamatory. I'm not doing that. So I'll tell you what, you go and file your lawsuit here in San Mateo County, okay? Same place that you filed the business lawsuit on me a couple years back. You know how to do it. You know the system here, right? Go ahead and do it. File the $400, pay the $400, file the case, and I'll file my countersuit. And we can handle this separately, right? You won't do it. The reason why you won't do it is because you know what you've done to me and you know all the evidence I have. So you just want to use it for content. That's all you are, is a content farm. That's all you are, is a content farm. Stop making threats. And stop accusing me of things that are false statements as facts, because that's all your audience responds to regarding me. You're not even getting any response from them right now. Nobody cares about the Eli thing anymore because everyone knows I'm innocent. Everyone has seen my court filings versus yours versus the defendants. They've seen all that. They know who the good person is, and they know who the troublemakers are, you and him. And come January 9th, the court in Florida, in my case, will know. Unless they see the filings beforehand. I'm trying to get some things passed before that time. But it's real hard to do that. But by January 9th, they will know. They will know. So keep accusing me of whatever you want to accuse me. I'm going to screenshot it. I'm going to put it in a folder. I'm going to tuck it away and enjoy my night. And then I'll wait for you. If you ever decide to sue me here civilly, then I'll pull it out of my evidence folder and I'll be ready to file. I'm ready. I've had enough. I've had enough of your games and your defamatory statements. I've had enough of your behavior that is asinine. Talk about me all you want. Don't defame me. You defame me, I will clip that, and that'll be used against you. You want to talk smack about me? You want to say I'm a piece of crap? That's your right to do so. You want to say you think I'm stupid? That's your right to do so. Right? You want to say you don't like what I do for a living? That's your right to do so. You defame my business or my name, then I'm going to hold that against you. You can talk about me all you want. Stop defaming me. Stop accusing me of things that I haven't done. Because I think you want to sue you, and I'm not going to sue you. What I'm going to do is put it back into your hands and say, look, if you want to sue me, go ahead and do it. And I will defend myself with evidence that you continue to give me. But I'm not going to sue you. I'm not going to do all that work because, in my opinion, you're not worth it to me. But I will clear my name publicly. And that's why I'm doing this, because I'm entitled to clear my name publicly from your garbage, from your just dumb theatrics. Now, I'm on lap number 2. GLM, are you still here? This is important. The gig economy. My apologies to the gig economy. I've done this stream before about a year ago. Maybe I've done a couple of them. This is going to be the best one. This is going to be the most meaningful. And you're going to hear why here in a second. I've been thinking a lot about this Flex GLM relationship. I didn't know, honestly, what to think about it initially, right? But over the last couple of days that I've gone on GLM's panel and Flex has been there, he's been very respectful to me. Now, I know the Flex of the old, and he knows how I was reacting back in those days, and also why I was reacting that way because of what these people have been doing to me still to this day, right? But I want to give GLM some credit because, look, I've never been a big proponent of YouTube online long distance internet relationships, but I hope in this case this one between GLM and Flex actually works out in real life and they meet and then it's all good, because quite frankly, if nothing else, I have seen how GLM has made a big influence on Flex. I'm not saying Flex was ever a bad guy. We've all done some dumb stuff. And yes, you know, Flex has put out some videos of driving in reverse and all that. That's all said and done, right? But since that time, and him and GLM have become pretty close, whatever it is that they have has tremendously, in my opinion, grounded Flex. I noticed that, Flex. I appreciate your cool, calm, and collected demeanor, especially the conversations we had just the last couple of days on these panels. It was worth it to me to come on there. All of our time is valuable, and mine is too. And I'm not going to waste my time going on drama crap show panels. But it was worth it going on GLM's panel. And it'll continue to be worth it because I feel that the people on there, including Flex and GLM and the others, like Not Lay Geno, right? They've all been respectful and reasonable with me. Has a troll sock account. I still don't agree with how Flex handled that to this day. That doesn't mean I have to hold it against him for the rest of his life. I've moved on from it. You haven't moved on from it because you want a reaction from me. And I'm not going to give you a reaction. I'm giving you the answer. The answer is my opinions about that situation haven't changed and probably will never change. That doesn't mean I have to hold that against Flex. That doesn't mean I have to be rude to him. And I don't think he's really that bad of a guy. That was a situation. It's over and done with, right? They certainly do not seem very intelligent, and they are followers and feel important because they feel the J guy's a leader of sorts, actually said. Yeah, you know, a lot of them unfortunately are very vulnerable individuals. Let's just call them that to be respectful and professional. A lot of the people that follow the defendant in my civil case, and then his known associate, the woman that's suing GLM in small claims court in her own state, not in GLM state here in California where the actual jurisdiction is at, right? They're very vulnerable people, and in my opinion, these creators are taking advantage of their vulnerabilities. But I think even they're beginning to see the light because they're not getting the responses from community posts that they used to get. Like, the outrage is dying down because even that group of people, ODN, is now starting to see the truth. They're starting to see how ridiculous this is and how stupid it is, right? If she gets married to Flex, you want to be the flower girl? Oh, that's great, dude. Oh God, I never thought you would say that, man, publicly. Oh God. And Eli could be the ring bearer. Anyway, GLM, honestly, from what I've seen, you have made a significant difference in Flex's life. And Flex, I'm not saying that you're ever a bad guy. I never thought that. But I think she has helped ground you. And I'm going to tell you this too, Flex, and anyone else. Dawn has grounded me. That's what women do. A good woman in your life that truly cares about you and loves you grounds you. And us men need to be fucking grounded. We need to be grounded. We do. We need that. Whether we want to admit it or not, it's the truth of the matter. Women ground us, right? And on the flip side, we ground them in different ways. Men and women work well together. Men and women should be a team. It's not a competition. It's teamwork. Men and women both have strengths and weaknesses, but together they complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. They complement each other's strengths and weaknesses by filling in the gaps. What I'm weak on, Dawn has strengths. What she's weak on, I have those strengths. Together, we become a powerful, dynamic team, right? I'm proud of you, Flex. I really am. And you know what? People may be surprised for me to say that after all the smack I've talked in the past. And listen, I haven't changed my thoughts or opinions about the other things, but I've let it go. It's time to let it go. It doesn't matter. What's done is done. What matters is right now. What have we done since that time? Right? Have we grown? Have we grown and matured? Have we learned, grown, and matured? Right? That's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's it. And you have, Flex, you have. And GLM, I think he's been good for you too. Because you've, in the past, GLM, like we all have, you've been very triggered in the past. You're not as triggered anymore. All right, let's answer the question of the troll that just got banned. Here's the thing. Court filings, there's no set amount of pages you're allowed to file and not allowed to file. But if you're filing a bunch of reactionary, repetitive nonsense, it doesn't matter how many pages you file. It's nonsense. If you're filing a ton of pages, all full of supported evidence and documented properly, it's all good. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Okay? And you know that, right? You want to come in here and troll me and you're not scaring me. I'm ready for January 9th. Whether it's the actual defendant or whether it's a troll in Louisiana in that trailer park or whoever that troll is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay? You already know that. But see, you want my attention. You're coming here because you've got nowhere else to go and nothing else to do. Because right now, everything's at a standstill and there's nothing more you can do but come here and try to troll me and get a reaction. You're not going to get that reaction. You're going to get the truth, right? You're going to get the truth. This is the truth, right? They're so triggered. Look at that. Triggered, triggered, triggered. How triggered are you? Like, put a 1 in the chat. Based on the level of how triggered you think these people are, put a bunch of 1s in the chat. Put multiple ones according to how triggered you think these people are. Let's see that. Massive ones. Massively triggered, right? ODN, do you think they're triggered? GLM, do you think they're triggered? I'm not trying to trigger anyone. These people are triggering themselves. ODN's got like 6,000 ones. Good thing you folks have a mod wrench where you can bypass the spam bot, because you bypass Nightbot with a mod wrench. If you didn't have a mod wrench, Nightbot would have timed you out for all those ones. But it's all good. The mod wrench prevails, right? That's why the trusted people get a mod wrench here, because they can occasionally spam my chat with my blessing, of course, right? And maybe every now and then without, because I trust you folks, right? I'm done playing games with people. I'm done with the outrage on YouTube. I'm done with the outrage on social media. We need more positivity in this world. I'm tired of it. I'm done. I will fight for what's right. Positivity. I'm done with the games that are affecting and hurting innocent people and affecting their reputations like mine. I didn't get a chance to do my beard today. I got to do it tomorrow. It's been over 3 weeks. I look like a grizzly bear, but oh well, it's all good. I'm a grizzly bear. Screw it. All right. And to the rest of the gig economy, I saw that. What's his name? Real Talk with Roy was on your panel, GLM. I didn't hear what he said, but I saw he was on there. I skimmed through. I got to go back and watch the rest of the replay. I don't have any problems with Roy. Roy's not really happy about me. I think a lot of it has to do with what these people have said about me. But Roy, if you're watching this or somebody tells you this, hey, look, my apologies for whatever happened. You have to understand what I've been through with the person I'm currently suing and one other person that has been acting in concert with him for at least the last 2.5 years. And before that, he was doing it on his own. So my apologies to Roy. I've always respected Roy. He's always had good content. Yes, Roy, I believe you're a Trump supporter, and it's all good. I've got Trump supporters here that are friends. We can agree to disagree and still get along. Dennis Jerome Jr. I'm probably going to be oh, somebody was yelling at Kentucky. Dennis Jerome Jr., I'm probably going to be coming on over to your end and catching up with you. You have a lot of potential. I just think that you've been led down the wrong path, or you've allowed other people to guide you to do things for whatever reason, whether it was for monetary gain or they felt they were giving you good advice. I will reconnect with you. And I will hopefully be allowed back on a panel. And hopefully these people, especially the people that I'm in court with, won't try to intervene and flood your chat with trolls and haters and all that. And Pedro Santiago, I think you've come across here a few times. You're not banned here. I still think that you've got a lot of potential, Pedro, and I guess apparently you settled your case with Phyllis. That case where you got sued for doing a reaction video to an internet article that you were just reacting to the article and you got sued for that. I still think that you got wrong there, but hey, you settled it, all good, right? I got to go and look to see if it finally got settled, but I know you put out that video a few weeks ago. You know, maybe in 2026 or even sooner, maybe we can do some collaborative stuff together. I think there's some things we can do. My only thing is this, is that you've still got negative content on me, on your Pedro and Hannibal channel, and I would hope that you and Hannibal would be willing to remove that, because all of those things that were put out are just amplifying false statements as facts. I don't, what are you saying? Pedro is what? I don't know what you're saying. Are you saying he's 5'4"? I think he's much taller than that. I'm going to walk around the lot for a little bit. I did 2 laps. That's 2.5 miles. Yes, that's how tall he is. Well, I don't know where you're getting that from. He appears taller than that to me, and quite frankly, I'm not going to judge a man by his height. I mean, I'm not here to be judgmental in that way, GLM. I'm sorry about that. I've come across a lot of wonderful creators on this platform. And I'm beginning to more so realize that if it wasn't for a couple of people, primarily the person that I'm suing and his partner that amplifies the defamatory things that he's put out, we would have all been further ahead, including us. Now the time is to put that all behind us and move forward and start creating some really good content, all of us, like we used to before all this stuff happened. Because this court case is going to set precedents. You know, GLM, the Louisiana man in the trailer park, he's the Sharoma account using Sandra's last name. And he's in here trolling right now because this is what he does all day. Like, he spent his entire Sunday from morning to now trolling YouTubers instead of spending time with his wife and his family. What is that telling you? Like, I'm not upset. I'm just saying, what is that telling you? He's a lonely, miserable man, right? He's a lonely, miserable man that, you know, does the opposite of what's true, creates accounts to make his statements, and he's thinking that it's going to trigger me if he makes an account called spoliation of evidence. I haven't spoiled anything. I've got all the evidence. I'm still willing to give it to him, Louisiana man. So honestly, what are you getting out of this? Is it keeping your mind off of your misery at home because you spend more time in your underground lair than with your family and your wife in your main house? Like seriously, man. I can sit here and just I'm not even worried about it. You troll all you want. But you need the help. Like you honestly need the help. And in some weird way, we're giving you the help here by letting you troll and project your misery onto me, right? I just don't get what you're getting out of it. Like, do you think it's upsetting me? Do you think it's going to change my case? Do you think it's going to affect me algorithmically? How do you think you're affecting me by trolling me every day on the dumb stuff? Like, you're giving me more talking points, right? You're giving me more talking points, and you're further showing to all of us here, including GLM, my lady, OD, and anyone else, how miserable at home you are. You're miserable. You don't have to be miserable, man. Oh, it's not helping him, GLM. He's not open to the help. And quite frankly, I honestly think that he's got some serious psychological issues, in my opinion. And he needs to go see a licensed therapist. Well, that's what I thought was happening at that point. So that was my opinion. So what is the problem? What I'm not trying to take anything back that I said, Louisiana man. I'm not taking anything back. So what is your point of rehashing things that happened a year or two ago when I'm not denying they happened? I'm not even saying that I take back what happened. That's what I thought at that point. And then it was over and done with. He forgot about it. I forgot about it. We moved on. I was just curious to know back then. But you're making a big deal out of things that I'm not even trying to deny. I'm not denying I said that. So what is the point? No, it's not. It's Louisiana man. It's not. No, no. No, it's not. It's not. Babe, tell GLM you know who that is. GLM, don't be ridiculous, okay? Look, it's not the Florida woman or the Florida man that is a defendant. It is the Louisiana man. The other two don't care to troll that way. All they care about is getting engagement on their channels. They're not going to come here and waste their resources trying to troll me. That's not going to get them anywhere. Come on, think about it. No, it's not ODN. It's not. It's 100% Louisiana. Look, he's the only one that has all day every day to do this stuff. It's just very telling because a Louisiana man has always prided himself as, oh, I'm this successful repairman and this and that, and he's the same guy that was saying that he used to watch certain types of videos with his other half. I'm not going to go into much detail about that. That was some really weird stuff, ODN. Remember that? You remember all that. I'm sure you still have a clip of that. I have that clip somewhere. No, don't worry about it, ODN. I can understand why you would think it is him. It's not. It's not him. You guys have to understand that the defendant and the woman that he collaborates with a lot, the known associate, right? Both of them in Florida. Both of them are not going to waste their resources trolling. They only make postings on their own channels and make videos because they want all the engagement on their end. Them trolling here is not beneficial to them. Do you understand that? Doesn't that make sense? Like, they make these posts so they can see how engaged their audience still is and how much the YouTube algorithm is still pushing out the Eli stuff. And they're realizing very quickly that they're not getting the traction anymore. It's dead. Right? And they don't like the fact that I'm calling it out, and they're going to be triggered about it. But it's okay. That's their choice what to post. This is like the weirdest group of people ever. Gig economy. I would love to reconnect with you folks. A lot of you are really good people. You're really good creators. You run really good live streams. You have really good conversations very often. You folks go live about as often as I do, if I include my walks. I haven't gone live from the studio in a while, and I don't really run panels anymore because they're too risky on a monetized channel. But I will go on other people's panels. And I'll do pre-recorded interviews of other people and occasionally bring other people on live that I can trust won't say things that'll get my channel removed, right? On the real, I don't know why he's mad at you and keeps coming in your chat. If that is indeed truly him, it is him, and I think it's because it just occupies his time, ODN. Like, I don't think he necessarily hates me. Maybe he might have a little jealousy, over what my family has and what he has or his family has. I mean, I'm not trying to even show that off. I'm just saying that a lot of these people, I think, and I was talking about this with Don, and Don's right. Like, a lot of these people are jealous of like GLM and I, because we have family out here that bought property, 40, 50 years ago, and she has an estate, I believe, and I have an estate, right? We have an estate, and it's not that we're trying to live off it or anything. We're not. It's going to get handed down. I think a lot of these people are really, really jealous over that. We live in one of the most highly desirable places on the planet, and our families have estates. And these people, no disrespect, they live in Timbuktu, right? And they don't have anything. Well, they do have something. Here's the thing. They've got what they've got. You should be happy about what you have and not project your insecurities or jealousy over what someone else has. Like, how mature is that? Like, how mature is that, Louisiana man? And Louisiana man has always tried to flex. Oh, I own this business. I got that business. I get more views than Eli. I make more money than Eli. I don't give a whatever. More power to you. If you make more money than me, if you think you have more than me, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm happy with what I've got and don't got. Or what I have and don't have in me. That's better, more proper English, right? These people are not happy with what they've got. So they troll people that they're jealous of, right? He does have a pretty impressive goldfish and potato farm collection. I will give him that. Well, more power to him then, ODN. More power to him. If his goldfish and potato farm collection is impressive, man, And yeah, you get a good kick out of that, then God bless the both of you. Amen. No, no, Louisiana man. I recycle cans. Everyone recycles cans. It's just that most people put them in with their weekly trash and they don't get paid for them. I got 130 bucks the last time I recycled cans. Why would I not take them in and get an extra 130 bucks no matter how little or how much I make? Like, this is the way that you have to continue projecting your insecurities, right? Hey, I'm proud to live where the Green Bay Packers started. Amen. And Tia, that's the way it should be. It's not a competition, and you know that, right? You know that. You know I'm talking about Louisiana man and why he keeps coming on to me. It's a big projection. It's a big projection of what he assumes I have or will have at one point compared to what he has or will have at one point by his retirement, right? Definitely. Right. That's all it boils down to. Nothing less, nothing more, right? It's quite obvious, and that's okay. If you're going to come in here and troll me, I'm going to explain to my audience why you're trolling me, why you're sincerely trolling me. And at the end of the day, you're going to walk away from this, Louisiana man, and the stuff that I tell you, you know it's true, and you have to go to bed at night thinking about, wow, yeah, he's got me pegged, right? Whether you admit it publicly or not is not the point. The point is what you're actually feeling and me calling you out on it dead on, head on. You won't admit it publicly, but once you leave this chat and go to sleep tonight, you're gonna be sleeping with my thoughts in your head, right? And preparing the next arsenal of suck accounts for tomorrow, right? Do I think it's true what he said? What Louisiana man said? I don't believe a word the guy says. I don't believe a word on either side. That wasn't true, ODN. Louisiana man, I'm not desperate to leech and collab with other people. I have the right to collab with whoever I want or try to collab with whoever I want. You are just jealous because I'm going to surpass you, Louisiana man. You don't want me to grow because when my channel grows past yours, you're going to feel like defeated, right? Is that what it is? Right? Listen, Louisiana man, you can continue to try to stunt my growth and troll me. It's not working anymore. There's a new strategy. Okay? And the fact that you keep responding to me after I call you Louisiana man proves that it's you. Right? But I am helping you, Louisiana man. I am helping you. The fact that I'm talking with you is giving you some form of therapy or some form of validation that I'm even acknowledging your situation and you trolling. I'm helping you. It's just really surreal and just absolutely ridiculous and pathetic. Like, again, I'm addressing them. I don't care. I'll answer the questions. It doesn't matter. It's helping them, right? But the thing is, when you look at it, this is a grown-ass man, 46, 47 years old, has a wife and 2 kids, and he trolls on YouTube all day, every day, over spending time with his family and his wife. And none of you that know about him and know he trolls all day, every day, none of you are bothered by this. None of you are concerned by this. Like, seriously, like, GLM, I know you don't care, but do you not realize this? Or do you have an understanding with him and you just kind of let it slide? Oh, ODN, here's the thing. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything. I'll out hike anyone in this group and outwalk them. And even with my sciatica, I'll still outrun them. Definitely Eli. Yeah, thank you. Now, it's funny when the defendant in this case tried to copycat my Walking with Purpose streams years ago, and he had a selfie stick. He went live, and he goes, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know how Eli does this. You know, he holds that stick up for like hours at a time. I'm already out of gas." Well, there's a reason for that. You're unhealthy, in my opinion. You're out of shape. You're already getting out of shape, in my opinion. If you can't do what I do, I'm 51 years old, and I can hold this damn selfie stick for 3 hours or 4 hours if I have to. I've been holding it up right now for 71 minutes, an hour and 11 minutes, right? You can't even hold it up for 3 or 4 minutes, and you're also 11 years younger than me. So yeah, you know what, Louisiana man? Hey, you know, Roy may never want to talk with me again, and that's okay. If he chooses that, no problem. I wanted to put it out there. That's up to him. Excuse me. Babe, you're right. The allergens are out, and I took my allergy medication. Whew. Oh, I felt that in my throat. Wow. He sent you chocolates in the mail once. That was kind of, yeah. No, he sent me a chocolate peepee. And he also sent me a glitter bomb that I know the stuff that these people pull, so I opened up stuff outside, like in the backyard or front yard. And I aim it down, so that way the glitter bomb, it didn't get me. So he sent me a glitter bomb, he sent me a chocolate peepee, and he also sent Dawn a very nasty, sexually explicit letter, and tried to make it sound like it was coming from his wife with his chicken scratch writing, and he used his wife's return address label. Right? So, I mean, the guy, honestly, in my opinion, has got some serious mental issues, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there are some mental issues. Yeah, you're probably right, ODN. Oh, he's very immature. He's very immature because, you know, he's been with his wife since high school, and I don't know if he's ever been with any other woman or had any extramarital affairs, but like he's never never matured, and I think that's probably what happened. His wife, I heard, gained a lot of weight, and I think his wife just stopped respecting him and stopped caring because he never grew up. Like if this is the way this guy has been behaving throughout their entire marriage, they've been married like since what? After high school, they were dating since high school. I think he was saying in the past. Like, if she's had to deal with this all her life, no wonder why she gained a lot of weight. No wonder why she checked out, in my opinion. Right? The guy is immature. Right? He's an immature guy, and it's like, it makes me wonder if she had, you know, if she knew how this was going to turn out, would she have gone a different route? Probably. I mean, that's the best way to look at it, using logic and deductive reasoning, right? Any pictures you may have seen are probably old, ODN. I'm just listening. This is what I've heard. It's my opinion. I don't know what the truth is, but I've heard that she's gained a lot of weight. And quite frankly, I hope she just works on herself, betters herself, loses the weight, and gets healthier, right? And then, she gets healthy and better. And then, honestly, if I was her, I would file for divorce. Those kids, I believe, I think his kids are either both over 18 or they're both almost over 18. And when that happens, boom, if you're staying together for the kids, which is not a good idea, in my opinion, in the first place, but if that's the case, then, honestly, if I was her and I was dealing with an immature 46, 47-year-old man that would rather troll on the internet all day, every day, instead of spend time with his family and wife, I mean, honestly, if you're in that situation, wouldn't you divorce the other person? Put a 1 in the chat. If you were in that situation where your partner, instead of spending time with you and the kids and the family all day, every day, would prefer to troll on YouTube, right? Wouldn't you divorce them? Put a 1 in the chat. I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong. ODN says 1. Who else is around? Who else is around? It's a good point, ODN. ODN, that's terrible. TS says 1. Get your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in a few minutes. We are at 77 minutes, an hour, and 17 minutes. Look, stop the immature postings. Louisiana man, Florida woman. Just stop it. Stop it. If you don't stop it, Louisiana man, whatever. Whatever will be, will be. If I need to take future action down the road, we'll see. But if not, whatever, man. You're not going around the internet defaming my character. At least you're not doing that. You're just being an ignorant troll, or you're just being a a nuisance, right? As far as the 2 Florida people, you want to keep posting stuff and you want to keep on putting out defamatory things on me, right? You want to keep on doing that. Do what you got to do. Everything is going to be collected and preserved. And when the time is right and it's warranted, I'll file it with the court. I'm not going to file everything. Some things are stupid, but if something is clearly defamatory, if there is a threat or a defamatory statement, then we file it. Yeah, he's being a Newsome. Hey, Sandra, how are you doing? Welcome. Hi, everyone. Who's being a Newsome? Louisiana man? I would never compare Louisiana man with Newsome. I actually have respect for Newsome. I have zero respect for Louisiana man. Newsome's going to be our next POTUS, Sandra. President of the United States. He's going to be our next POTUS. Hey, Sandra. Odeon, on the real, though, I take your side over Louisiana man. He's being immature. He should just leave you alone. And I sincerely mean that. Sometimes I like Louisiana man, but then other times he's immature. He's always immature, ODN. ODN, he's immature 100% of the time. In my opinion, he's a miserable man because, his home life is probably not what he expected it to be. It's either that or he's really struggling internally with some things, maybe mentally, and he should get the help. That's all I'm saying. It's like he should get the help. Respectfully, maturely, professionally, Don. Good night, everyone. Much love. Remember to stay humble and kind. Thank you, babe. Hey, ODN, Tammy, and Don. Hey, all right, everyone. I got to go. Don and I are going to have some dinner, and we're going to watch some shows, and get some rest. And we got some things to take care of this week. And I got to deep clean the floors this week. We've been doing a lot of great cleaning around the house, and it's constant because we have 2 dogs that live indoors with us. But we're getting everything done. So, good night, Sandra. Thank you so much for being here, Sandra. Before I go here, and you don't have to respond now. We can talk behind the scenes. We're going to bring ODN onto the executive team. Don and Tia, we're cool with it, and I think you will probably be cool with it too. But I think sometime this week I'd like to have a GNA executive meeting, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, if you all are around for an hour or so. We would need to do it in the early afternoon, probably around 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, because it starts getting dark sooner, and I want to be able to take a walk. But I love you all. 81 minutes, an hour and 21 minutes. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.